Hey guys, I have a chat video that I want to talk to you about. Ignore my bookshelves back here. I still haven't fixed them from when we did Booktubeathon, but that is besides the point. Stick around because I do have a chatty video that I want to talk about based on some things that have come up in the last week or so in the book community. Hey y'all, it's Jen and welcome back to my channel, If First Inklings, and today I have a discussion video for you. This is something that's been on my mind quite a bit in the last in the last week or so, and it revolves around book crushes or book boyfriends. And this came about because of the big subscription box dick soap fiasco. And if you're not familiar with that, what happened is a subscription box put together a special edition box for the one of the characters in A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas series. And this box was marketed to those 18 and older. Now, this series is considered to be a young adult book series. And so the problem that arose from this inclusion of the dick soap was that boys in young adult series should not be crushed on by adult women. And I have a little bit of a problem with this and here's why. Bear with me, guys. I promise I'm not going into pedophilia territory. I swear. So my problem with this is that this is looking at book crushes as a superficial level. I am an older woman. I am 40 years old. I'll be turning 41 in a couple of months. And I have book crushes on characters in young adult series. And why I don't have a problem with this, or why I see no problem with this, is because I'm not crushing on somebody that is physically 18 years old, you know, in real life, personally, or whatever. It's the characteristics of this character that I have the crush on. And I don't see, when I say I have a crush on him, let me give you some examples. The three series that young adult series that I always refer to as my book boyfriends is Nikolai from the Shadow and Bone series. He is first mentioned in Siege and Storm, which is the second book by Leigh Bardugo. Cole St. Clair in the this book center is Cole St. Clair's book, but it's the Wolves of Mercy Falls series by Maggie Stiefvater. And then Gansey from The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Now, don't get me wrong, I have book crushes on adult book characters too. The Brothers in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, specifically Quinn and JM, are my favorites, and I totally crush on them. And they're old vampire dudes. Actually, Quinn and Blaylock and John Michael are the younger characters in this book too, this series as well. They started out as teenagers in this series, and then they grow into full adults. So when I say that I have a book crush on these guys, Nikolai, it's totally his character. Of course, I think Nikolai may be considered in his 20s, so maybe it's not as relevant to this conversation, but it is in a young adult series. Now, Nikolai is adventurous, he is sarcastic, he is witty, he is intelligent, he is ambitious, and those characteristics are things I have the crush on. I don't have the crush on the physical aspects of Nikolai. And these characteristics that Nikolai possesses that I am so crushworthy, that are so crushworthy for me, are characteristics that can be found in adult men my age, and that I wish that anybody that I would be dating would have these characteristics. So Cole St. Clair, again, it's the characteristics of this character that I crush so hard on. He is that essential bad boy that has a little bit of that good guy vulnerability underneath him. He wants to be loved so bad, but he is very much a bad boy player type character. But again, he's witty, he's charismatic, he is ambitious. He's got a little bit of that I need to be saved mentality, but I don't want to be saved kind of thing. That really speaks to me because I am a fixer. But it's not something that I see as a quality that Cole St. Clair, while in these books he's 16, 17, 18 years old, 19, somewhere in there, it's not that I'm seeing those qualities for a crush of that age range. It's the characteristics that he embodies and his interactions with Isabel that and their relationship together that makes it swoon worthy for me. I would like to see a real life relationship that I would be involved in with someone like this. Not I'm crushing on Cole St. Clair because he's an 18-year-old boy in a young adult book. And again, Gansey from the Raven Boys. It is his absolute sweetness with his friends and he's charismatic, he's adventurous, he is determined and dedicated, and he is very much one of those people that wants to help everybody. He takes his friendships seriously. He loves his friends, and his relationship with Blue in here is so very swoon-worthy to me. It is one of those things that, again, Gansey is in high school in this book, but he's crush-worthy because of he is somebody that, or his character is somebody that could be a real life person in an adult male in my life, not looking for that in an 18-year-old. I think that this narrative that adults who crush on characters in young adult books are kind of gross or creepy or whatever, I don't think you're giving us the full aspect of what is going on here. I think it is too surface level than just, oh, all these adult women have crushes on these teenage boys, because that's not the case. I have no desire to have a crush in real life on a teenage boy. I very much would like to see these qualities in a real life person that was closer to my age. And I know they're out there. They're absolutely out there. I think you have to also remember that it's adult women that write these books. Adult women write these stories that have these crush-worthy young men in, because that's what adult women want. Those are the characteristics that we want. The relationships we wanted as teenagers growing up. We wanted to have crushes like this or boyfriends like this. And let's talk about Peter Kavinsky in To All the Boys I've Loved Before. There are tweets all over Twitter right now talking about how wonderful Peter Kavinsky is. He's a junior in high school, guys. Why can't we think that these qualities that Peter Kavinsky showed Laura Jean is worthy of us having book crushes on, because those characteristics are things that we would like in real life in the men our ages and in the relationships we have with people our own age. So that's my kind of rant about this. I'm sure this is going to get a huge amount of flack, and I'm okay with that. It's not going to stop me from having book crushes on characters in young adult books, because it's the qualities of these characters, not the characters themselves, that I crush on. If that makes any sense, probably doesn't. But I don't think we should look at this so superficially as what's been going around on Twitter over this book box that had the dick soap in it, guys. Let's not portray such harmful stereotypes or present this in such a harmful way, because it's not harmful in that aspect. I promise you, I am not out there over at the high school seeking out teenage boys. Let me know what you think about this whole thing with the book crushes, and your thoughts on adults having book crushes on characters, YA characters in books. Do you see it as harmful? Do you see it as gross or whatever? Or are you like me? Do you see it as characteristics that you are crushing, characteristics that you have the crush on for your in real life relationships, wants, needs, whatever you want to call it? And let's talk in the comments below. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more content from me, and to join my BookTube family. I would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye.